Hey, you guys, and welcome back. We are going to get started by using this products. These are the products from Boxycharm for the month of January. If you guys haven't seen my unboxing, go ahead and look down below. I'll have it linked, but we are going to be using all the products, so let's get started. The very first product that we got in our box was this It Cosmetics Universal Taupe Brow. It actually does pretty well. I was actually really impressed. If you have brows, which I'm going to show you, my right side has brows. I don't have as many sparse brows in that area, but if you have sparse brows, you're going to notice here that it gets pretty patchy and is a little bit difficult to work with. So I tried to do the best I could, but then I did have to go in with a different brow product to just kind of fill in the areas where I lack in brows. So that is something to keep in mind. So we are going to go in with the face first, and by starting out, we're going to be using this Pores No More by Dr. Brandt. This was the luminizer, and I mentioned to you guys I was a little nervous about it because it didn't say anything about, kind of covering up or minimizing your pores, but it actually does a really good job. And I really love the fact that it was not as luminizing as some of the other products that are out on the market. Sometimes I feel like they are a little too much and then it just it's overpowering. So I like the way that this actually felt on my skin. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with foundation and then concealer. I am mixing both of the Urban Decay concealers. I find that gives me a really good consistency. So that is what I'm doing there. And then I'm going to set everything with some powder. So the next product we're going to go in with is this highlighter by Pure Cosmetics. You guys can just see the swatches are so intense. I did have a little bit of an issue kind of getting the highlighter to blend out. I don't know if that was my brush or if it works better before a setting spray. So I had a little bit of issue, but we're going to keep trying. So now we're going to move into the eyes. Once we're done with the face, we are going to be using this palette. This is a Wet n Wild palette, and I'm just going to run it all over my eyes. I'm just using this neutral brown shadow to create a transition because there is really no good transition shade in the palette from the Boxycharm that we received. So this here is the palette that was in the Boxycharm. It's called GLAM Rocks, and this here is by Crown Royal. And I'm going to start off with that deep burgundy shadow, and as you guys can see, I was having a little bit of trouble blending it out because it is a little bit of a shimmer shade. So I decided to do the best I could, and then I decided to use my fingers to pack it on, and then I would just go in and kind of blend out the edges. So now that I've got that first layer of green on, now I'm going to go in with this darker green. And honestly, once they blended in together, you couldn't even tell that I used either one of them. So I'm just going to pack that all over the lid and then again go back in with a little bit more of that Wicked color to kind of blend it in on the outer edge to create a little bit of depth. So we are going to go in with some liner. I'm just using a basic liquid liner. This here is by Maybelline. This is the Curvitude. I mentioned this before. I really do like this. I think it's perfect for beginners. And it's super affordable, so definitely check it out if you guys are in the market for a liquid liner. So we're just going to clean everything up before we go in with some little stars. Now this is optional, but I just wanted to add something different. So I'm going to take a stencil and some glitter glue and some glitter. Now the stencils are from Model's Own, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some glitter glue and then some glitter on top of it. There's really no rhyme or reason the way I did this. I just was playing around. And then I'm going to go in with this Starlooks pen. One side is liquid liner and then the other side is a stamp, and I do think I got this on my Ipsy bag. And then I'm just going to finish off with some mascara, and as you guys can see, I totally ruined it. I was so mad. So it's just going to sit there for a little bit until it dries, and then I'll just kind of wipe it away. So that is the final look. I'm just going to finish off on my lower lash for the eyes. Now I do like the palette, although I think that you're definitely going to have to use a different palette in order to create some sort of transition in there. But for lid shades, there are some pretty cool lid shades in there to play around with. So we're just going to finish off the lips, and we're going to take a nude lip liner, and then I'm going to finish off with a liquid lipstick that we received in our bag, which was the Girl Lactic, and I'm just going to put that on, and that is the final look. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this look. I kind of wanted to add something a little bit different. It's a completely neutral look, but I just decided to add a little bit of, fun to it. So let me know if it's something you guys would rock, and make sure to subscribe before you guys head out, and give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.